Okay, so today we're going to dive into something pretty incredible. It's this linguistic dance that happens all across Nigeria, literally every single day. And it's this fascinating blend of languages that tells a story that's way deeper than just the words themselves. I mean, have you ever been listening to a conversation, maybe in Lagos or Abuja, and it feels like the language is just constantly shifting gears? 1 second it's perfect formal English, the next it slides right into Nigerian Pidgin, and then boom, right back again, and they don't even miss a beat. So you have to wonder, what's really going on there? So let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're on a super crowded bus in Lagos, right? It's packed, and someone needs just a little more room. They lean over and say, "Olga, I beg, shift small." It's this perfect, seamless blend of Pidgin and English, all to make a simple, totally polite request. That right there, that's exactly what we're unpacking today. And trust me, it happens everywhere. Right, so what do we even call this thing? Because let's be clear, it's not confusion, it's definitely not a mistake. It actually has a name, and it's a seriously fascinating linguistic skill. It's called code switching. But here's the most important part. The thing you have to get, it's not random. It is absolutely strategic and full of meaning. This isn't happening because someone forgot a word in one language. No way. It's a deliberate choice. It's like a tool they're using to navigate social situations with just incredible precision. So the big question is why? Why do it? Well, it turns out there are some really clear, really powerful motivations behind the switch. So let's break it down. Let's look at the 4 main reasons people code switch in Nigeria. Okay, first up, identity. Think about it. Language is kind of like a badge we wear, right? So switching to Pidgin with someone, that can be a way of saying, hey, we're cool, we're on the same level, we get each other. It builds this instant connection. But on the flip side, if you stick to very formal English, that can create a professional boundary, or signal a more serious, hands-off tone. Reason number 2 is that the setting is everything. I mean, you know how it is. You're probably not going to use a whole lot of Pidgin when you're giving a big presentation at the office or in a formal classroom setting. Those are English-dominant spaces. But the second you head to the market or you're just kicking back with friends, Pidgin becomes the natural default language. The environment totally dictates the code. And the third reason? Oh, this one's all about flavor and feeling. Look, you can say no problem, and yeah, that's fine. It's perfectly clear. But saying no wahala, it just hits different, doesn't it? It just has this warmth, this sense of ease and shared cultural understanding that the simple English phrase can't always capture. Pidgin is just so rich with that kind of humor and expressiveness. And finally, reason number 4 is accessibility. And honestly, this one is huge. I mean, Nigeria is an incredibly diverse country. We're talking hundreds of languages, all these different levels of formal education. So what does Pidgin do? It acts as this brilliant linguistic bridge. It just cuts across social classes, across ethnic groups, and it becomes this incredibly powerful unifier. Almost everyone gets it. Okay, so that's the theory, right? We've got the why. Now let's see how this whole thing actually plays out in the real world. From the music you hear on the radio to just everyday chats. I mean, you hear this all the time in Afrobeats. Just think about the global superstars, artists like Burna Boy or Flavor. A single one of their tracks can weave together English, then Pidgin, then their native languages like Yoruba or Igbo. And it's not just for show, not at all. It allows them to connect with a way wider audience and really express this complex, multifaceted cultural identity. It's genius. And of course, you see it between friends. This is probably the one you hear the most. Greeting a friend with, "Guy, how far?" That instantly creates this feeling of warmth and familiarity. It's such a classic example of using a little bit of Pidgin right at the start to open up this informal, friendly space. Before maybe you dive into something more serious in English. It's literally the sound of connection. So when we pull all of these threads together, what do we see? We see something so much bigger than just words on a page. We start to see language as this direct, powerful expression of culture and of self. And this right here, this is really the key takeaway. It is so far from being a sign of confusion. Code switching in Nigeria is a powerful act of creativity. It's a dynamic, it's a sophisticated skill that lets people navigate their world, express who they are, and connect with each other in a deeply, deeply meaningful way. It's literally culture in motion. And that kind of leaves us with one last thought to chew on.
Because really, we all code switch to some degree, right? Maybe it's between formal language at work and how you talk with your friends, or between technical jargon and simple explanations. So just take a second and think about it. How do you use language to show who you are and where you feel like you belong? What does your own way of speaking really say about you?